Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, thank you for coming to this presentation. We are from the sixth group and we would like to do a presentation about causes of disease in plants, especially about fungi and bacteria. And for the beginning, let me introduce my group member. The first one is Hanafi Ardianto with student number 239, Kaysha Hanaan Alkahfi with student number 241, and then Irham Maulana with student number 249, Dian Fashiha with student number 272, Tharifah Maharani with student number 275, Achmad Qizwini with student number 277, and the last one is Isnawati Luthfi Amalia with student number 278.
The factors that cause the disease can include, first, biotic factors such as fungi, bacteria, viruses, mycoplasmas, nematodes, and higher plants. Second, abiotic factors such as weather, temperature, mineral, toxic compound, and other causes. Disease in plants occur because of the interaction between three main factors, namely plant or host factors, factors of plant-disturbing organisms, or pests of coarse environment around plants and pests that affect directly to the development of plants and pests, so that the occurrence of the disease herein after referred to as disease triangle. Definition: fungi are a heterotrophic organism whose life depends on other organisms. The organisms are generally parasites, live and develop by absorbing nutrition from the surrounding environment or from other organisms. Fungi that cause harm to plants are called phytopathogenic fungi. Based on their body size, fungi can be grouped into two major groups, namely macroscopic fungi and microscopic fungi.
Examples of fungi that attack plants. First, striped spot disease caused by Cercospora oryzae. Second, leaf rust disease is caused by Colectotrichum. Fungi as pathogens. First, pathogens. Pathogenic biotrope. Biotropes obtain food from living cells. Second, necrotropes pathogens. Necrotropic pathogens survive by killing plant tissue to obtain nutrients and thrive through colonization of that tissue. Third, hemibiotrops, using biotropic and necrotropic mechanism for infection and colonization. This is the picture of Candida auris, harmful pathogenic fungi that develop into superbug.
Morphology. Fungi are treated like multicellular, immobile, or non-motile and without chlorophyll. The basic unit of fungi is microscopic hyphae, which are trace-shaped. The hyphae grow from spore. In most fungi, hyphae are the main method of vegetative growth. The collection of hyphae is called mycelium. The mycelium collection then form a fungal body that contains a like mass of hyphae that are hyphae that do not have a septum or cenocyst and have a septum or have septa. Reproduction. Fungi can reproduce asexual or sexual by forming spore as unit for survival or dispersal. Spore can be defined as a small propagating and unit containing the fungal genome and a sufficient supply of food nutrition for the formation of the new colony. Spores are infections, meaning they can germinate and grow to infect if they are on the surface of their host. They are produced directly from hyphae on specialized hyphal branches or on multicellular fruiting structure ranging in diameter from about 0.2 mm to more than 600 mm. Spore dispersal is generally through rain and wind. Asexual production of fungi can occur through astrospore, chlamydospore, sporangiospore, and conidia, while sexual reproduction occurs in fungal spores that have flagella. The classification of fungi. First one is Physocomycetes class or algae fungi. Sporangiform euspore, which are non-motile, breed generative and vegetative. Mycelium does not shift it. Second one is Ascomycetes class, has a spore bug called ascus, form ascospore, septahyphae, and single core. Example, Ericype Psychrogracearum and Cearea fuligina attack cucumber and melon plant, cause powdered mildew. Molinia fructigena cause fruit and branch rot attack fruit plant.
The next classification of fungi is class Deuteromycetes. Fungi class Deuteromycetes has no sexual stages. The spore form are called conidia, which are asexual spores produced by conidiopore. Example, Oidium hivae causes powdery mildew, attack rubber leaves. Disease in potatoes and tomatoes. And the last classification of fungi is Basidiomycetes class. Fungi of Basidiomycetes class have mycelia secta, tubular basidia with 4 basidiospores. Example, Ustelagomyces causes sores in corn plants. Uromyces sujei causes rust. Exobasidium vexans causes smallpox or blister blight to attack young leaves, yellowish-green spots appear, warp, and form called blisters. Next. The second cause of disease in plants is bacteria. Definition: bacteria. Bacteria are unicellular microorganisms, have cell walls, cell membranes, and cytoplasm, have flagella that are shaped like whips or long hairs composed of protein, have a non-whip-bed nucleus, are very small in size, reproduce by binary fission, and bacteria are haploid. Some bacteria absorb food and can carry out photosynthesis. Bacteria are not always harmful. They are bacteria that have fixed nitrogen from the air which is needed by plants. Bacteria also play a role in the decomposition of organic matter.
Main properties of plant pathogenic bacteria. First one is main properties of plant pathogenic bacteria. Heterotropic organism, facultative parasites usually can be cultured in pure cultivars on artificial media. Usually contains only single cells. And then complex layer of cell wall. Sets, the set is Bacillus, Coccus, and Spirillum. Majority gram-negative stain. Aerobe, cellum, facultative, anaerobe, living style. No real nucleus, only chromatin containing DNA, And the last one is DNA containing small round plasmid in the cytoplasm. And there is picture of difference between pathogenic and non-pathogenic. Based on their shape, bacterial cells are divided into 4. And the one is the shape of cookie or coccus. Bacterial cells are round. And then rod shapes, bacillus, rod shapes, bacterial cells. And 3, spiral shape or cerulum, bacterial shapes like a spiral. And the last one is the form of a coma. The bacteria are rod shaped and bent. And based on the location of the flagell, bacteria are divided into several groups. And one is Monotrichoccus, has one flagell at one end of its body. 2. Loptricoccus has a tooth of flagell at one end of its body. And 3. Pedicocus has many flagella throughout its body wall. And 4. Apiticoccus has a bipolar flagell. There are flagella at both ends of the body. And the last one is Atricus that does not have a flagell.
Next, examples of bacteria that attack plants. This is a Pseudomonas solanacearum causes field disease in the valses of Solanaceae plants. And this is a Streptomyces hypomea causes rot disease in sweet potato plants. And bacterial colonies. A. Development of colonies is characteristic for the bacteria. B. Emerging, round-shaped, slightly web-like form. C. Summer-producing color substances or stains. Cornybacterium mexicanensis yellow, C. insidiousum blue. And then important stages. Bacteria. Important stages of the plant bacterial disease cycle is 1. Inoculation, and 2. Penetration, 3. Infection development, 4. invasion, 5. Growth and production of pathogenic bacteria or colonization, and 6. Dissemination of pathogenic bacteria, and the last survival in the absence of a host.
That's all that we can present to you. If there's any mistake or any incompleteness regarding the presentation, we do apologize. And thank you so much for your attention. We are looking forward for your question on discussion forum on SPEDA. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.